Hi and welcome back. This is Mechanical Keyboards Live. I'm your host, skiwithpete. This is our 4th stream since Friday. It's happening around here. Happening for sure. Are we a little... We're a little out of focus, actually. Sorry, give me just 1 second to get this into focus. Always little technical errors. Always little things going on at the minute. Main JHD's in the house. Malky Tomlinson, Euphorical, Disco Frog, Fran is here. Crim Sun. What's going on? Luke Bassett's here. What up? Okay, give me just 1 second. I just got to do this thing where I press this little button. It's going to be a little shaky for 1 second. Just takes a second. Just got to get this focus right because there's no point in being out of focus. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. There we go. There we go. Now I can just do this. This. We got connecting. Mechanisk. Yes, this is a nice plate. All right. Under remote control. There we go. Just give it a second to pump in. There we go. Now all I need to do is just do a little bit of focusing. I'm not sure which way it is though. No, it's not that way. It's the other way. There we go. Nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. See what I'm saying? Sorry, it took a second to do it. It's just because, you know, I'm trying to rush and trying to get stuff, whatever. Mechanisk is in the house. Davis the Great is in the house. Utopia Opera is here. Miguel Murato. Jesper Lundqvist, welcome back, buddy. Seed Egglover, also welcome back. You've been hanging around a bunch the last couple days. That's great. We've just been streaming like crazy. And this week we got a great giveaway. Let's start with the great giveaway. Here it goes. So from mechanicalkeyboards.com, we have switch openers. We also have 2 keycap pullers. Those are extremely useful when you're building. Of course, there's this from 1upkeyboards, which is a switch puller. That's so you can pull a switch out of the plate really easily. Useful. A sticker from 1upkeyboards, and this brass plate from 1upkeyboards. We just launched these on Friday. Brass plate. Plus, there's this Varmillo switch tester. This is also, look, it's got a PCB on the back, so you can actually plug this in and do different stuff with it. It's got a linear gray. It's got a clicky white. Some rare switches on here. So this is pretty cool indeed. That is this week's giveaway. Go check in the About section for the Gleam.io link. The Gleam.io link. Get in on this. Basically, if you're already subscribed, you just make sure that you're signed up to Gleam.io. We don't use any of your info for anything except to announce the winner. Other than that, it's completely not used. Go use that. Use your subscription to sign in, and then you're away. And for those of you who are back again, so you know, the way this giveaway works is that you can tweet and visit a couple of websites for extra ballots. And you can do that every day all the way through. So all the way until the competition ends. I think next Sunday, but I'd have to look it up. Alien Man, what's up? All right. Dylan says, why does PMK only keep R3 SA kits in Scott, not Sculpted? Sculpted are so popular that the carbon set that I just bought off Massdrop isn't shipping until May next year. That's how popular it is. So they just can't keep them in stock, essentially. I don't know why they don't just keep pumping the prices up on them, but whatever. I'm going to switch over to... Oh, just before I go, though, I'm going to switch over to this. I'm going to remind everybody we are in full K. Full K? We're in 4K. 4K Ultra HD. You can see the logo there. It's about to go away and reveal the cup of coffee. And remind everybody, if you do want to support this channel, of course you can do so by buying me a cup of coffee in the About section below. I had some maple syrup this morning. You notice that maple leaf on there? Oh, there's also a maple leaf here made out of cork. Look at this. This is like the Maple Leaf Special or something. It's not. It's the black special. Super Stealth Edition. That's what I should have called this, is the Super Stealth Edition. What? Oh, damn. Anyways. This is the giveaway. I'm putting this over to the side. Hun? Yeah, fine. This is the keyboard kit that we're building today. This is from 1upkeyboards. This is the black carbon fiber kit. Now I'm making this for a friend of mine, and so specifically chose the kit that I chose for a couple of reasons. One is that this is a board. I don't know if you guys remember, I made a little mistake on this board, and I ended up tearing off the pad on this escape key. This one right here. Let me show you on the action cam. This escape key right here, like I busted it. But because I'm giving this to a friend, it gives me two things I can do. One, it means I can use a piece that he won't mind, because he's never going to go inside of this thing. But also it's going to give me the opportunity to show you guys what a bridge looks like, and we'll be able to bridge this escape key to get it working again, and you'll be able to understand exactly how bridging works. So that's coming up later on in the show. You'll understand what bridging is all about. Bridging is an essential skill for people who build keyboards, because mistakes happen. You can burn something, you can pull a pad like that. Sometimes these things don't, they don't work, and we don't know why they don't work. A trace could be burnt in there, or a ripped or something. You can't even tell by looking at it. So learning how to bridge is essential. Welcome again to everybody who's in the stream today. Don't forget 4K, because 4K is amazing. You guys ready? Cover your ears, because we're about to do the 4K thing. It's 4K. 4K. Don't forget to give this a like if you haven't already. Now is a great time to give it a like. We're at 8 likes with 24 watching. As I always say, this channel does exactly what it says it's going to do in the title. So please do give us a like, because we're doing exactly what we said we were going to do in the title. So you should like it. If you're here, that's what it's all about. Okay, two things. I'm going to put the switches and the standoffs off to the side for one quick second here. We're going to build the standoffs first, but I want to do something that I haven't done before, which is explain this like it's the first time anybody has ever seen a keyboard build, a keyboard make, because I'm making this video with Sarah in mind. Sarah's a friend of mine. She has we talk about keyboards. She has no idea what I'm talking about. So, Sarah, this is for you. Not really. Actually, it's for all these guys, but it'll make sense later. All right, just putting this coffee off to the side here. Okay, look, the keyboard starts with 3 main components. One is the PCB, the other is the plates, and then the other part is the switches. That's really all you need to build a keyboard. Now, of course, keycaps on top of this help. They make the switches more comfortable. But in terms of like the basic structure of a keyboard, you need the electronic component to translate the readout from the switches into an electronic signal that the computer can read. There's a little USB plug here. Then you use plates. These are the carbon fiber plates underneath that hold the switches in position. So we use those. And besides that, you're pretty much cool. In fact, we even have some kits you don't even need the plate part. You just stuff stuff straight into the PCB. But that's what you need to conduct the electrical signal. Now, some of the keys, like a space bar or the shift keys, they're so big and long that one of those little switches means that it like teeters back and forth. So what we use to combat that are called stabilizers, or we abbreviate them as stabs. Now, stabs are made up of 3 different pieces And let me just show you what those 3 different pieces are. Okay, I'm just going to switch over to Action Cam here, see if I can get that. No, there we go. Here are the 3 different pieces, which is the part that holds it all together. We have the inside piece, or the slider. We have the outside piece, or the housing. Okay. They come together in a very specific order. What you do is you put this slider inside the housing, then put the wire inside of it, and snap it down, and you're good to go. Right? That is one part of it. But the thing that makes it a little more complicated is that we tend to tweak our sliders. We make little customizations so that they work a little bit better than what you'd think. And the way that I'm going to do that is by clipping little parts of it. So if you see here, this one has 2 little extrudy bits, 2 little tabs that point down, not just the flat bottom, but there's 2 little things. What those are is actually suspension. There's suspension for this, so when it hits the bottom, it lands on those first, and that provides some cushioning. But we don't want any cushioning. We want a real loud keyboard. We want it to make a big thocky noise. So what we're going to do is just clip those off. So all we're still just doing the same thing. We're just customizing it a little bit to make it a little bit better. So just cropping these pieces off here. There we go. And I'm going to do that repeatedly. I'm going to do that over and over again. I'm going to do that to all of these. Again, I'm just going to remove the... Now, there's actually 4 cuts to make, because what you want to do is make sure that the bottom is flat. So look, I'll show you here. This first cut, just like that, you see there's still this little tab that's sticking out. I don't know if you can quite see that. There's a little tab right there, and you just want to slice that back to flat. Same thing on this side. You cut there, and then there's that little tab that's left over. You see that little tab right there? I don't know if you can see that little tab right there. That little tab right... Oh, let's just see if it'll focus. There you go. That little tab right there, we're just going to clip that right off until it's flat on the bottom. Just going to make sure this focuses again. Eventually. Come on, focus. I'm trying to get it to focus. Is it going to focus for me? There we go. You see now it's all nice and flat all the way across. So it starts looking like this. Starts looking like that with those 2 little prongs on the bottom. And it ends looking like the one on the left. Or the one that's out. The one on the left. Alright, so just going to keep on rocking through these. Just keep on doing this. I always suggest that with this stuff, with keyboard building, you wear eye protection. Wear eye protection. last one here. So I should have 10 of these little guys now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Missing one. There it is. Dr. Doomapple's in the house. Melky Tomlinson. What's going on, guys? Switching back to overhead here. Just going to clean up these little parts so they don't get stuck in. All right. Now the next tweak that we do involves a little bit of lubricant, because these metal wires track along a little clipped plastic pad. So what we're going to do is just reduce the friction in there to, again, make it a little bit smoother. These are the advantages to making your own custom keyboard. We're just going to make a couple little tweaks to it, and I'll show you how to do that. We start out with what's a very high-grade, space-age lubricant. It's called Krytox GPL 205. There's a link to this in the About section below or in the video description. And all you do with this, you just go and... Sorry, I'm just going to... Whoops. Just go and then put this in the corner. See, I'm going to switch back to Action Cam to show you. All you do is just put it right in this little corner, because this is where the wire is going to go through. You just pop a little bit in there. Pop a little bit right in here. Look at this. I'm going to show you again, up nice and close like this. You do these in pairs, obviously, so this one, it's on the left side, we'll call it. I'm just going to move that over a little bit so it's in the right place. So this one's on the left side, so we're going to put this one on the right side. So this is going to go in here. Don't forget, this is shot in full 4K, so you can get all the details to the craziest level you imagine. Did you guys, how many of you guys were around yesterday to see the other streams? We did 2 yesterday. Both of them hit the limit. We stopped streaming yesterday at 3 hours and 56 minutes. So, pretty close to what is allowed by YouTube. Okay, for the next part, we're going to take the little sliders and we're going to figure out the right side for them. So the sliders actually have 2 sides. They have the what I call the hotel side, which is the top and the bottom, and they have the back door. See the back door? There's only 1 door in there. The front side, the hotel side, has 2 floors. Okay, so we're going to put the hotel side towards the clip. That's towards the part that we lubricated. hotel side, so the 2 floors towards the lubricated clip. So we're going to put that in. Then we're going to take our metal shaft and we're going to put the metal shaft. We're going to put the metal shaft in on the ground floor. Do you see that? That's the bottom one. Sometimes they're tough to push in like this, and this one is definitely one of those. There we go. You see that's on the ground floor. There's two openings there, you see? And it's on the bottom opening. And then we're going to push this down through the lubricant like that. We're going to do it again. So you got the back door, and you got the hotel side. We're going to take the hotel side. Here, I'm just making sure that we're in focus. We're going to take the hotel side, which is this side right here. We're going to take that and put that to the front like this. And we're going to enter the hotel through the ground floor. You can see what it looks like underneath there. Sorry, hoping that's going to focus. I don't know if it will. You can see that. And you just push it in through the bottom like that. Oh, I nearly pushed the lubricant off. And then we're going to clip down through the lube. Just like that. Cool. Both of them should go up and down like that, and we can put it off to the side here. That is one completed stabilizer. So we'll put that over here. Move on to the next one. Again, same thing. Hotel side. There's the hotel side. You can see that, right? It's the hotel side. Because of the lighting, and it's a black thing, it's difficult to tell sometimes, but that's definitely the hotel side. We're going to take the hotel side, put it in here, take the wire, go through the ground floor, and then clip down through the lube. Just like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Hotel side. Up. Grab this. Go through the door on the ground floor. And then I'm just going to show you this side so you can see it. We're going to clip. Oh, yeah, I went too far. Sorry, I'm just going to have to redo that one. Got to make sure it's still through the ground floor. They don't go in easily, but they come out easily. Alright, that's in through the ground floor. And now I'm just going to clip it down. Just going to clip it down through the lube here. Do you see that? Just going to clip it down through the lube like that. Boom, we're done. Alright, that's another one that's finished. Let's do it again. Back door. Hotel side. Hotel side goes towards the front. We go in through the ground floor. And then clip it down through the lube. Hotel side. Up. Through the ground floor. Clip it down through the lube. Just keep on repeating. Hotel side. Through the ground floor. Clip it down through the lube. Doesn't ever change. Hotel side. This is the long wire now, but same exact thing. Into the ground floor, just like that. Clip it down through the lube. Same thing on the other one. Hotel side up. Side in here. And take this and go in on the ground floor. Okay, the way to check your work is to look at the bottom like this. If you can see the wire, if you can see the wire through the bottom there like that, you've done it correctly. Oh, let me pull it up even closer. There, if you can see the wire going through like that, you've done it correctly. And that should mean that it'll move inside the housing freely. If by twisting the wire it's not moving like that, you know you've not done it correctly. And so you want to take it apart. Alright, let's switch over to comments here. Hey Pete, did you get any offers for the caps you're looking for? Luke, not yet, but I'm hanging out with you guys on the stream, so I haven't exactly taken a look in the last few minutes. So difficult to say. Does anyone have any recommendations regarding 60% PCBs with south-facing LEDs? Why do you want south-facing LEDs? Maybe that's a bigger question. I can get one, though, for you. If you want to do a special order, you can email me at pete@1upkeyboards.com. I can do a special order. I have access to those. If you're struggling to find them. pete@1upkeyboards.com. For those of you who don't know, who are new to the stream, I am the owner of 1up Keyboards. And it's awesome there. I love it. Let me show off the giveaway one more time here. This week's giveaway in the About section below is all about building keyboards. There's 2 keycap pullers from mechanicalkeyboards.com and a switch opener. There's a switch puller from 1upkeyboards.com. There's this awesome brass plate, Pro ANSI, also from 1upkeyboards.com, and this awesome sticker from 1upkeyboards.com. Plus, there's a Varmillo switch tester, which also has a PCB, so you can plug it in and test it and use the different switches for whatever you want, really. That is this week's giveaway. Go into the About section below. In the About section, you're going to find, or the video description section, depending on how long you've been using YouTube. The video description, find the gleam.io link, and you're away. Okay, before we do anything else, the first thing we always need to do is put the stabilizers on the PCB for PCB mount stabilizers. Now, the way PCB mount stabilizers work is pretty simple. You know the keys that are big enough to need it. It's the left shift, the right shift, enter, backspace, and of course the space bar. The simplest one, let's just start with the space bar. And what we're going to remember is that on the stabilizer, here I'm going to switch over to Action Cam again. On the stabilizer itself, it has 2 parts. It has the toe, this little thing that's sticking out. Just going to make sure it's focusing here. It has the toe, and it has a clip at the back, and the clip is one of these split clips. You see that? It's got that split in it. So the split goes in the small hole, and the toe goes in the big hole, which you might think is backwards, but that's definitely the way it works. So the toe goes in the big hole, and the clip goes in the little hole. So you find the 2 holes that fit, just like that. Put the toe in so it's pointing through the other side of the board. And then, look at this. With the toe in place, the toe's in place there. You can see it through the other side here. Oh, let me just show you that. You can see the toe. Look, it's through the other side. With the toe in place, we're just going to clip this down. just like that. Okay, moving on to the other one. The toe is in place. You can see it. Oh, you can just about see it right there. It's through. It's clipped in. So what we're going to do now is just push this down through the hole. Now, some keyboards have them this way around. Others have the wire on the other side. Some keyboards, you know, turn them around for each different switch. This one's this way, this one's this way, this one's that. Doesn't matter. As long as they fit and you've got the clips in the small hole, you're good. All right, next one I'm going to do is the left shift. The left shift, you can see it is turned around this way because the big hole is at the bottom and the little hole is at the top. We're going to do the same thing. Just push those toes in and then clip them down by using my thumbnails and clipping down at the back. It's clipped in. This one too. It's clipped in. That's it. You know that they're right because they're nice and stable, strong. Same thing again on the other side. Look at this. Right shift, also with the wire down. We're just going to push these into place. Easy peasy. The right enter is the other way around. Look, the wires go up. In this one, again, it doesn't matter which way the wire goes. It's just whatever's right for the PCB. So we're just going to push that in there. That's in nice and strong. And then the last one is this one here. That's it. Our stabilizer wires are in place. Okay, next things next. Let's grab the plate, put the plate over top, make sure everything fits through just like that. And we're good. All right. Bunkerman77, how's it been going? It's going good, man. Disco Frog says, at skiwithpete, clear or carbon flex? Good question. We just got a brand new roll of carbon flex in. We also have clear flex though. If you're going with, how about this? If you're going with a bright cable, like a white or a yellow or a green or something vibrant like that, go with the black. If you're going with a more muted color, say your dark blues, your reds, blacks, black fleck, that sort of thing, go with a clear to bring it to life. How's that for an answer? Wait, so what's wrong with the face W and flashing? I was going to get it since hot lights fit perfectly. Face W should flash fine. Euphorical's in the house. What's going on? Ramiro, if I didn't already say hi, hi. I'm going to go spit this out. All right. Okay. So normally what I would do at this point is I would put switches in the four corners. But this one's a little bit different because I know that my escape is blown out. So instead I'm actually going to put it in the in this. I'm going to put it here in this one. But look, real simple. You just take the switch, or here if I switch over to Action Cam. See the switch has those two metal legs on it. You just make sure that the metal legs are oriented in the right direction, and you can put it ready to go pretty much just like that. So I'm just gonna put these where they're gonna go. I'm just gonna start with 4 of them. putting these 4 switches in place here. Disco Frog, so basically if I choose clear with a bright color, the sleeve would become really bright. Yeah, it would become really bright. Nothing wrong with it. I actually have some sleeved bright ones, some brightly sleeved bright ones, but just know that it becomes very bright. Give me 1 second. I think I have a couple of those. Steph, do you know where our cable bag is? Steph's outside. She can't hear me, actually. Steph, do you know where our bag of cables is? Do you know where our bag of cables is?
It's on, right beside my scale on that cutting table. It's underneath that box.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Look, here's my USA cable. Here's my USA cable. I'm going to show you on Action Cam, actually, so you can see it up close. That is a clear sheathed red, white, and blue and here is my black sheathed black and white. Now, what I would have done if I did this again, I probably would reverse these. But you can't mute the Stars and Stripes. That would be crazy. I gotta put all these back. I gotta put all these back into the bag, so give me a minute. No, this one's definitely black carbon. Look at that. You see it? That's black. No, it's definitely black. Sorry about that. Hey guys, if you've been hanging around for a little while, we got 33 watching and you haven't already pressed like, please go ahead and press that like button now. Can I ordered a keyboard boneless? What does boneless mean? So now that I've put those 4 switches in, I'm just gonna make sure they're pushed through on the other side. And what we're really checking for is that the 2 little prongs have both made it through to the other side correctly. That's really what we're looking for here. All right, I'm going to take one last sip of my coffee. Thank you again to everybody who supports this channel. Thank you. Cheers. For those of you who don't know, you can buy me a cup of coffee in the About section below. Or you can... What else can you do? Or you can use Super Chat. That's Ski with Pete. Link to that cable. What are you saying, link to that cable? That's the DIY cable kits on 1UP keyboards. Thank you, Luke Bassett, for saying bless you. That's very kind. Okay, turning on the soldering iron for those first 4 switches. The flag one, yeah, the flag is one of the... Steph, the flag... Steph? The flag paracord is not on the website. Okay, so if somebody wanted to order that, say Alien Man wanted to order that.
Just order a kit, pick any color, send me your order number, and then say, I want the red, white, blue flag instead.
I don't know if you guys heard that. So order any colored kit, then send a note that says, I ordered it, but I really want the red, white, and blue paracord, which is not listed on your website. It was a July 4th special, that wasn't it? I don't think that we. It's a really great paracord. It's one of my favorites. It's tough to thread it, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Yeah, and I did that with a no solder kit, and it turned out great. Okay, so we're gonna start soldering here. If you haven't already, smash that like button, because if we get to 25, I know that'll give us a surge of people to come onto the show. And then, you know, it'll be just in time to watch this, the SolderCam, 4K SolderCam. Don't miss out on that. I'm just gonna lower this a smidge, I think. No, that's gone the opposite way of what I wanted to do. Okay, here we go. It's just really gross. There's lots of grossness on this thing. I'm gonna... Sorry about this. I'm making you watch me as I do the horribles. I'm just gonna retin it. Remember, if this is making you feel a little motion sick, you can always look in the top left corner. All right, here we go. So soldering iron down. You just want to paint that hole just like that. Soldering iron. Then you add the solder. Just like that, and wipe it up. Whoops. Forgot to remove the solder that time. There we go. Don't forget to wear eye protection. And of course, for me, I have the window open right next door to me. I didn't turn on my fan, but it's not just a window, actually, it's a door. Which is why you can hear the sounds of New York City just outside. Luke Bassett, yes, you absolutely can do that. That is currently through a special order only. But what you can do is email 1upkeyboards@gmail.com, and Steph will get back to you about that. All right, so moving right along here.
Alarm for what time?
No, Alexa.
Alarm for what time?
Cancel.
Cancel.
Okay, I'm going to use the middle a little bit differently, but for now, I still want to put the standoffs on. These standoffs, just so I have a way to hold this keyboard up. Sorry, I'm doing this a little off camera here. I'm just doing it so it's easy and quick, but I don't really need to do that. Hold on 1 second. Just let's just check out the subscriber count. How we oh, a bunch of people left the channel just as we started streaming today. It's not that surprising. I mean, what is this? My 4th stream in 48 hours, 72 hours. It's not that surprising. A couple people have left, but if you haven't already, now's a great time to press subscribe. So the reason I'm putting these on now is just so I have something to push against as I pop the switches in through the keyboard. Cool. Don't forget this week's giveaway. This is an awesome giveaway with that brand new brass plate, which we just released on 1upkeyboards.com. And for those of you who've already entered, don't forget there is a daily interaction component, so you can tweet, visit some websites, watch some stuff, all to get more entries. Did YouTube hit you with that ad revenue strike from companies pulling out? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about it or not talk about it. YouTube, I think, prefers when it's content creators don't talk about stuff like that. But I mean, I wasn't directly hit, but my monthly video numbers continue to rise, but my earnings continue to not fall, but they're sagging. So I was making more money off of YouTube this time last year, if that makes sense. But I mean, I'm not in it for the money. I have a full-time job. I don't. This isn't a money thing for me. I want you to know that. So it's important that you know that. And but yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, numbers are sagging from last year, even though my channel has grown from, like, what was I this time last year? I don't know, 16, 17,000, and now I'm up to 27,000 subscribers, and I get, you know, these awesome shows that have currently, what are we at, over 20 viewers, you know. Yeah, we're at 31 watching with 25 likes. Like this is good for sure for me. But yeah, in terms of revenue, you know, it's sagging. It's all right. I don't mind. Like I say, it's not for the pennies that I make off of these things. It's not worth worrying about. I'm not Linus, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not anywhere near Linus. Or Casey. Or any of those guys. But the Ruski says, what do you do outside of running 1UP? I'm a creative director for advertising. I work at an ad agency here in New York City. I don't talk about my clients or about what I do, which agency that I work at, just to keep everybody, just to keep church and state separate, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah. Utopia Opera says, what is your dad up to these days? My dad is up in Canada. He, yeah, he's doing his own thing. He's retired, obviously. Not obviously, but he's retired. So obviously he does different projects. But he doesn't film it. He gets the enjoyment out of just doing it itself. I get a lot of enjoyment. I'm going to be honest. I get a lot of enjoyment out of sharing stuff with you guys and sharing stuff with other people. And, you know, when I'm passionate about something, I enjoy talking about it and doing. This just lets me do that. So, Dad just enjoys doing the projects itself. He's currently working on restoring an MGB with one of his neighbor friends, and he's also building some machining products, and that. Disco Frog says, at skiwithpete, have you seen Casey in real life? I have not. I've seen a bunch of people on boosted boards now that Casey's done that. He's basically popularized the boosted board here in New York City. And let's be honest, not everybody should ride a boosted board. If you're a skater, former pro skater, fine. But if you're just a dork, please stay off the boosted boards. And I actually every day I walk past his office as I go to work, but I've never come across him. Also, I go to the same juice that he goes to, or at least I walk past it most days. Never seen him in there, never once. Are these the retooled blacks you're using in this build? Yes, they are. They're the Smooth Cherry MX blacks. Links to these are in the About section below. Weekend Airsoft Warrior. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm a big fan of, just jumping back to Casey Neistat. I'm a big fan of Casey Neistat, but if I saw him in the street, I don't know what I would do with him. Like, do I really want to take a selfie? No. You know, I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't happen. We'll see. Because I work in advertising, I often work with actors and celebrities, influencers, and famous companies. So, I don't know, you know. I worked with Kevin Bacon last year. He seemed alright, I guess. Actually, it wasn't last year that I worked with him. It was 2 years ago. Worked with Ellie Kemper last year. I don't know. They're people who perform on camera. I guess I perform on camera too, but to me they're just, you know, just ordinary people with jobs that puts them on the TV. I mean, the Casey Neistat thing, that guy, he shoots every day and edits every day. I don't know how he finds the time, but that's his full-time job, and this is not my full-time job. This is just my hobby. There's no way to put backlight on this board, right? No, you can put backlight on it. Here, let me just show you with the action cam. These things here, they're these two little pads, says SLED or SLED. Yeah, those are LEDs. You absolutely can add backlighting to this board. I am not planning to add backlight to this board for this build, just because this is a no LED build that's meant to be subtle and stealthy, but you absolutely can, in every which way, add LEDs to this board if you wanted. Underglow, top lighting, all sorts. But like I say, not for me, not today. And this is going to work with this Enjoy PBT keycap set. Ooh, sorry, I'm still in the side view. It's going to work with this Enjoy PBT. Let's just pop that there for one quick second. These come with the extra space bars in the box, by the way. They're easy to miss because they're like buried in the box. But and all I'm doing here, I just wanted to check if the caps lock was. Oh, it has a stepped caps lock as well as you know what, Matt? For funsies, you're getting a stepped caps lock. So let's put this in on the left. What LEDs should I get for the GH60 PCB? Go on 1upkeyboards, and then we sell LEDs there, and you should get those. I don't know, is that the question that you were asking? 1.8 millimeter LEDs. That's what you should get. I think that they also do 1208 LEDs, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. You should look up the specs. We don't sell them on our site. It's the same with the bottom of these. They take 1208s, but we don't sell those on our site. That's going to be a bent pin for sure. For sure, I felt it bend. The retool blacks, are they really that good? No, they're just good. They're not that good. They're not like, oh my god, they're so smooth. The way the Gaterons are, really. But they're definitely smooth. They definitely feel good. They don't feel scratchy like the old generation does. The old generation is quite scratchy. can't find LEDs. They're in the switches and parts section. Let me just look here with you. Let's just go over to the tester screen. 1 second. We'll go down to switches and parts. Oh. The LEDs are missing. Give me a minute. We'll get them back up on the website. Staff, LEDs are missing from the website. I could fix it, but Steph's gonna fix it. Gemk is in the house. What's going on? Harshit Goal says, "What PCB is that?" This is the Gone Nerd PCB that we sell here at 1UP Keyboards. Look at how black this is. Thanks to everybody who's joined the channel today. Just putting switches in the keyboard. You notice these are Cherry MX black switches on black carbon fiber. This is going to look pretty slick indeed. Just showing off here what this looks like. So you take the switch with those two little metal pieces, line them up, and then clip them down into the plate. Just going to do it a couple more times here in this camera view so you can see it. Andrew Bishop says, this carbon fiber plate is hot. You know it is. This is a real carbon fiber. I don't want you to think that you're buying stainless steel with some sticker on it or something. Or, you know, some plastic piece of crap. It is definitely not. We're actually out of LEDs. Oh, but what about the ones that are left in the box there?
Those aren't full.
Those aren't full? We're all out of LEDs. All out of LEDs.
We have more coming soon.
We have more coming soon, but we're all out of LEDs. All out. Would still love to see a high-profile Z case build. We got a high-profile case coming in soon. The Z cases. We do have high-profile Z cases.
Oh, build though. Yeah, a build.
Only if that PCB was black too. You're absolutely right, my man. If the black was PCB, I'd be amazeballs. What did you say, darling?
High Z case build.
High Z case build, yeah.
No, we have Z case and high Z case.
We have high Z cases in stock, but I'm not doing a build of one currently. Although I might do more builds after this. Who knows? Who knows what crazy stuff could happen here? If you haven't already pressed subscribe, please press subscribe now. Numbers are a little bit down. Or they were earlier. Subscribe. Still a little bit down. Go ahead, smash that like button if you haven't already. And if you haven't, here, let's show you the subscribe thing. What you do, you go over to the subscribe thing, and you just wander right over it, and then you click it. That's what you do. Just like that. I wonder, you guys think that's super patronizing? What about this? Do you think this is super patronizing? That's not super patronizing. This keyboard is so badass. You can just tell how badass it's going to be. These ones go right. 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 Pete, check your email when you get a break. Okay, we'll do. Andrew, I was going to ask, what is the... Can you just do me a quick favor? Can you find out what the one, just like the one that we did last night, would be at those numbers? Just because the black thing... Like, how expensive is that? I don't actually know the answer. I mean, I want to do black ones, but I just wonder what the answer is to how expensive it is. If you could, please. If you don't mind. If it's not too much. Spacebar is the one on the left. But you know what I do when I don't know how to configure this is I actually put the keycaps on here. Because you can put the keycaps on and then take them off. There's little clips that hold these down. Okay, once you got them all in place, you flip the board over. And then what I do is I run my finger over all of the little things because your finger won't lie to you. It'll tell you what hasn't made it through. Like that one hasn't made it through. So I've got to pull that one out. So this is where those switch pullers come in really handy. You just take the switch pullers, grab, here I'm going to show you on the action cam. You just take it and grab either side of the switch like this and it'll just pop free. You can see there. That's how that's bent. So I'm just going to grab my little pliers here. And I'm just going to straighten that guy out. And then pop it right back in. Absolutely not a problem. That one made it through. This one did not also make it through. Again, it's very normal for these to have not made it through. Any slight bend in this as you push it down can cause it to miss. But perfectly normal. You just pop it out, straighten it up, push it right back in. Yeah, and then like I say, your fingers don't lie. So because they're silver, there's like a little reflection on them. So sometimes if you don't rub them, you can think that it's gone through when actually it hasn't. So I just rub my finger over all of them. Switch back to overhead so you can see as I make my way across here. Whole row had them in. This enter key has them in, but they're not all the way through. This also isn't all the way through, but it's close. No, the H key right there didn't make it through. Again, same thing. Just grab the little leg, flip it over. Flip it back. Check if the little H made it through. It did. And carry on, carry on. Right control did not. Oh, both the pins seem straight. Not sure why I didn't seem to have made it through. It's definitely made it through that time. Okay, so all the pins are now through. I'm very happy with that. So what I can do, just want to push down on any pins that don't look like they're all the way through. Make sure the switch is all in. Again, you see any that are a little bit short, you just want to give them a push. Alright, it's looking good here. Looking good indeed. Any kit compatible with the Phantom PCB? No. We have no Phantom PCB compatible plates. This is a customer build. This is actually a build for a close friend. Excuse me, a close friend of mine. Who? Excuse me. He's a close friend of mine. He actually helped develop the logo for 1upkeyboards. So that's why I'm building him this keyboard. He thought they were pretty cool. And I thought he's pretty cool, so we would hook something up. And that's exactly what I'm up to. Pete, do you plan on selling white LEDs? Yep, white LEDs are definitely part of the purchase order that we've made. So, yeah. I've just turned the soldering iron on. If you haven't already pressed like, go ahead and press like now. We're just about to move over to SolderCam, which is everybody's favorite part. Now this escape key, don't forget, I've broken this escape key, so I'm going to put in the one that I think is working, but I'm probably going to, yeah, there's no metal piece on there anymore, so I'm definitely going to have to bridge this one, so stay tuned. We'll do the bridging just after this segment. But here I am, switching over to solder. Again, if you haven't already, wait a sec, just before we do this, don't forget to do the gleam.io link for this week's giveaway. If you haven't already done that, you should do that now. No, actually, forget that. Come back. We're going to do SolderCam. So I'm just going to start with this first one here. There we go. Not even bothering putting solder on the second one there. There's absolutely no point in doing that. So again, I have the window open. I'm wearing glasses. I've also got a fan to my left that's pulling some of the fumes away from me. So again, I'm all about practicing safety. Of course, I've got my glasses on. This is SolderCam in 4K. So those of you wondering about how to solder, I've got the Hako FX888D, and you can find links to that in the About section or video description section below. It's very, I've also got the solder that I use listed in the About section below. This is a lead-free solder. Looks really nice. Melts in there beautifully. All you do, first apply the soldering iron, get it nice and hot, get that round nice and hot. Then what you want to do is apply the solder to the plate and the pin, not to the soldering iron. And it goes 1, place the soldering iron on, 2, place the solder around it, 3, remove the solder, 4, remove the iron. You just do that over and over. Eventually it becomes instinctive and it can look like it's happening quickly, but again, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Look again, 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. All right. Now watch what happens when I start doing it quickly, though, because I remove. When I do it quickly, I remove the two almost simultaneously, or like within a very short amount of time of each other. But it's definitely one than the other. Thank you again to all the people who've contributed to this channel. It's through your kind contributions that I was able to get this 4K webcam for the SolderCam. Thank you again, guys. That's awesome. I really do appreciate it. And even though it's weird as hell to solder with a 4K webcam attached to your iron, it's super cool. Yeah, a lot of people prefer leaded solder to unleaded solder because they use a cheaper soldering iron. If you use a quality soldering iron, which of course I recommend, with strong temperature control and you set it to the right temperature to melt your solder, soldering with lead-free solder is a joy. I mean, look at it. All right, Cedric, you take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget today's stream is in full 4K. And I'm reminding you only because this huge camera on my soldering iron is reminding me with every solder joint. Do you not use fans? I have a fan. It's just to my left here. Can you see it? It's this thing right here. It's definitely drawing the smoke towards it. Third row here. I have an itch on my head, so I just have to take a 1-second break here as I scratch my head. There we go. I have a soldering iron from the 80s and it has no problems with lead free. I'm beginning to wonder what magic is in that thing. It probably is just a really hot soldering iron. Now I gotta wipe this tip off, so if you feel a little motion sick, keep your eyes in the top left corner. My friend Jim Cruz asked the other day if he could come by and hang out while I'm doing a stream. So I'm hoping to have him do that soon. It'll be fun. Sorry, I'm just a little bit focused, so I'm not really talking very much, but I'm definitely conscious that you guys are here and that you didn't come by for the silent movie. We got 33 viewers currently in the channel, according to my statistics. How many likes we got? We got enough? We got more likes than viewers? If not, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't already, press subscribe. These Enjoy PBT keycaps that I'm going to put on this thing, they're pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. PBT dye sublimated keycaps that are pretty much a bargain price. Available in lots of different colors and whatever. And this one is going to be super stealthy. What's your opinion on RGB backlighting? What? Per key, not underglow. For me personally, it's unnecessary because I just don't need it. It's the truth. Like, I know right now everything is RGB, RGB backlit, RGB case, RGB mouse. To me, it's just this is where my personal opinion is. I know I'm building this for Matt, but I'm building it like the way that I would build it for me. Go super stealth, man. Black, lightweight, so you can carry it if you got to go to any LAN parties or something. It's also stiff. It's got a great thocky noise to it. And then go subtle with the keycaps. Like, my favorite keycaps are like, black on white, white on black, black on black. I got Modern Selectric, which is white on black and white on blue modifiers. And I really wish I just got black on black. I'd gone all black everywhere. That's my style anyways. It doesn't have to be your style. I'm not saying that it does. That's why keyboards are customizable. That's why they got all the different choices that they got. I'm just telling you what my style is. Kind of because you asked. Have you ever thought of some sort of... That's skiwithpete. Ever thought of some sort of filter instead of standoffs, like the acrylic one, but carbon? So the carbon we can't currently get cut. Carbon can't currently cut. we can't currently get carbon at that thick enough level, so that's why we've gone with the it's basically fiberglass, glass fiber metal, because we can get that in the right thickness. I got a little treat at the end of this one. I got a special new thing that I'm doing. I haven't done before. I'm looking forward to it. But I gotta bridge that escape key first, so we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Just as soon as I'm done this, we'll start on working on how to bridge and what that looks like. Yeah, this is the Brio webcam, and this actually happened because of the kind contributions through Super Chat of my audience. So thank you again to my audience. This view is made possible by your sweet contributions to my channel. If any of you are thinking about using the Super Chat button, I'm just going to give it a quick wipe. Keep your eye on the top left. If any of you are thinking about using the Super Chat button now, so you know, the next thing I'm going to buy is another one of these Brios, trying to get up $200 to do that, so that all of my cameras will have been replaced by 4K cameras. I still have a couple 1080p ones. That's if you want to contribute, if you can contribute financially. If you can't contribute financially, of course, you can still contribute to the life of this channel just by pressing the like button. Even more so by pressing the subscribe button. If you've already pressed the subscribe button, you might as well go check out the gleam.io link in the video description. Sign up for this week's giveaway, which is lots of cool stuff for building your own keyboard. You should get a Logitech sponsorship already. Logitech has not ever spoken to me. I've reached out to them on more than one occasion. No luck so far. Although it was through the kind contribution of a member of my audience who reached out to Cooler Master for me, because I've been talking about Cooler Master so much. They reached out and spoke to the product manager and said that they wanted me to try out even more Cooler Master stuff, and that's led to a really positive relationship with Cooler Master. I have lots of their stuff, and I love Cooler Master products. I got some more content coming up from Cooler Master very soon. That is not just the martini, that should be the last one, I think. Unless there's something I missed. This one's real ugly. It looks too much like a ball, not enough like a cone. That's better. This one too is pretty ugly. No, maybe it was just the reflection that looked really ugly. I think that's everybody. Alright, I'm just going to give this another quick wipe, re-tin it, and then move on to other bits and pieces. Disco Frog, no problem, man. You just keep pressing that like button. Like I say, that's an important contribution to this channel. All right. Next thing we got to do is we go to keyboard tester. Let's go over to the tester view. See it there. Click launch the tester. Pop that in there. Plug in the board in. I'm just going to turn it around so it makes more logical sense to me. And we're going to see what works and what doesn't work. Obviously the escape key is not going to work. That's pretty obvious. But let's see how the rest of it goes. Not surprising that those three over there don't work. This one, yeah, that one triggers my Windows menu. There you go. Sweet as you like. Just gonna double check that one is properly soldered in. Yeah, it'll be a programming thing that one isn't working. So we definitely have one key that isn't working, so let's figure out how to bridge that. So I just unplugged this, but I'm actually going to plug it back in and flip it upside down. So I know which key it is. It's this key, the escape key right here. So I'm just going to switch over to Action Cam and show you guys exactly what's going on here. This one, I pooched this pull recently. I know that I pooched it. It comes as absolutely no surprise. But here is how you bridge. Here's how you bridge a switch. So what I'm going to do first, because I don't know if it's this is a column pin or sorry, a column pin or a row pin, what I'm going to do first is attach it to this one in its same column. And what I'm going to do is switch back over to the tester. Well, that thinks that it's firing this key. Is that right? Oh no, what does it think it's firing? It thinks it's firing something because it's pressed down on it. Sorry. Let's try that again. That shouldn't fire anything, that. I shouldn't need to press a switch down in order for it to fire. And so what I'm going to do is press the switch down. Oops. Here on the other side and see if it triggers. It does not trigger. So let's try it on this one. It's not quite big enough, this thing. Let's see if it's hard to do here. What I'm trying to do, let's see if I've got something else that I could possibly do this with. Yeah, every time I pick it up, I crush that key. What can I do it with? You know what? I got some little alligator clips in here somewhere. Just give me 1 second to find them, guys. That's not quite what I was looking for. I found the alligator clips, but it's not what I'm looking for. Why don't I just get a small piece of wire? I'm eventually going to need to bridge this with a piece of wire, so why don't I just use a piece of wire to do it? So just so you know here, I'm just going to switch back over to the action cam in a second, actually. First I'm going to strip this little piece of wire. So I think this is 28 gauge, this one. Yeah. Let's do 28 gauge. This one. Alright, so all that I'm doing here, I'm going to switch over to action cam, wherever action cam is. I'm just going to put this on here and this on the F1, and I'm going to see if I can trigger that escape key. That's not the escape key. Tester. Yeah, you can see I'm triggering the escape key here. You see it's flashing? So that means that's the bridge that I want to create there between those two pins. Okay, so the way I'm going to do that, first I'm going to solder this piece of wire to this right here. So what I really want to do is just, sorry, action cam. So again, from the action cam, just a close up, what I did was bridged this from this top point to this F1 key here. Yeah, so let's make this bridge permanent. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my soldering iron again. Just while it gets up to temperature. What I want to do is attach that to this thing. So just for funsies, I'm just going to try to put a little hook in it, just so it like grabs around that, like that. JB is in the house. going on, JB? Just doing a little bridge work here. Sorry, I just whacked the camera on the keyboard. SolderCam. You know what? I gotta turn this board around. Oh, I'm gonna unplug it. How about that? Sorry, I'm gonna put this back. Put that back down. Switch over to this. Unplug this. Turn it around here like that. So it's easier to see and manage. And then I'm gonna pick up the SolderCam again. It's got a little bit of solder already on it. I just want to add to that weld a little bit. There we go. That wire is now welded in place. Just going to switch back and back over to the overhead. And all I'm doing is just going to connect that there. So what I need to do first is to cut the wire. And then I'm going to strip it. Just like that. Okay, switching over to solder. I'm going to turn it around again. Put that back. Switch this around. Just turn the board upside down so it's a little bit easier for me to get in there. But it's no mystery what I'm doing. I'm just welding this little glob in there. Just gonna add a touch more solder just to make it a little bit easier to play with. There we go. That's nice and in. And that's it. I've made my bridge nice and permanent. I'm just gonna re-tip my iron here. Switching back to overhead. Okay, I'm just gonna double check here. I'm gonna pop this in place. All right. Press reset on that. Switch over to my tester. Press reset. I'm just gonna pick it up, and I'm just gonna press the escape key. And you can see the escape key now works. You can see it flashing there. Perfect. Exactly like I intended. Perfect build. All right, next up, I'm going to remove these pieces and attach the middle plate. So I'm going to do this build a little bit differently. I'm going to show you because I'm going to do what's called a desk mat center. We haven't released these yet, but we've got the pieces in to be able to do it. If any of you guys are interested in doing it, send me an email at pete@1upkeyboards.com. You'll see what I mean. Instead of doing this, which uses standoffs, I'm going to do a different method. Just want to make sure that I say hello to all my peeps. What up, peeps? Thanks for stopping by today. Close that down. Currently at 40 viewers for the bridge. That was great. Thanks to all you guys who stopped by to check that out. If you haven't already pressed like, go ahead and smash that like button now. We're just a few short of the number of viewers that we've got, so I'd love it if we could hit it. Oh, Pete, just press the F1 key to make sure that the escape isn't triggered. Yeah, sure thing. Sorry, here's the tester. I forgot to do that. Yeah, just to doubly make sure. There's F1, that's triggered on its own, no escape. There's escape, that's triggered, no F1. So again, you know that it's done correctly when it fires like that, so you're all good. SD. "39 viewers currently in the channel according to my stats with 35 likes. Could use just a couple more of those likes. If you've been around for a couple minutes and haven't already smashed that like button, please do so now. Would love to get a couple more in. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this with the keyboard tester screen still on. Sorry. "40 viewers with 35 likes. Thanks very much to everybody who's tuned in. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here in New York City. Bizarre Gamers in the house. Ramiro Alvarez. JB the Ruski. I say what's up to everybody. It's not a big deal on my channel. So what's up? "37 watching with 36 likes. So close. So close. Super Stealth Edition. Fun Orange. Thank you, man. Don't forget to check the About section for links to everything you can see on my desk, including this kit, which is from 1upkeyboards. All right. Now, just before I get to the next section, I'm just going to plop that on there. just before I get to the next section, I want to do another call for the giveaway. This week's giveaway goes like this. Give me 1 second just to tidy some stuff up here. All right, let's do this week's giveaway. From mechanicalkeyboards.com, we have switch openers. There's switch openers in there. We have 2 keycap pullers. We have this Varmillo switch tester. From 1UpKeyboards, we have a switch puller. We have a 1UpKeyboard sticker. And we have this brass plate for a 60% keyboard. This is an ANSI Pro plate. But of course, if you're from a different region of the world, we can send you a different type of plate if you need it. But these just got released on Friday. They just got released on Friday at 1UpKeyboards. Go check them out. And if you haven't already, go into the About section below to the gleam.io section. Click on that link and use your subscription to this channel to get involved. There's also daily things that you can do to get more entries. Totally go check that out. Hey, Steph. Hello, love. What are you up to? That's weird. Steph's outside watching me in here. Super weird. Okay. So there's this. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. But before I get to that, I want to do this. So that goes this way. So what I want to do is put some feet on the bottom of this. I'm going to do that with black alu feet. Will there be RGB LEDs on 1UP? Not currently, but it is something that we hope to add in the future. We don't have any plans for RGB at the moment. We would like to add those in the future. Fun Orange says, I think DIY kits would appeal to me if it didn't cost so much more than pre-assembled keyboards. Yeah, but you get full programmability, so it's not like there's no advantages. Not only do you get exactly the kit that you want, you know, customized to your exact specifications, tuned, all those things you can't get with an off-the-shelf keyboard, but also you get full programmability, which you can't get from any keyboard that you just buy off the shelf. All right. All right, all right. The Osu, did you guys see the little keyboard that we made last night for Osu? It's right here. Check this out on Action Cam. This little keyboard, we're going to start selling that on 1UpKeyboards very soon. You can also replace these two bottom switches with one switch, so that could be like that. So there's spaces in there you can see for stabilizers. That's what those two are. So that is coming very soon to 1UP keyboards. All right. Let's get my 1UP sticker out. Sorry, I gotta do this. I gotta be directly overhead, so you guys have to look at the back of my head for 1 second. Leave that like that. Now what I'm going to do is flip this over, and like I said, I'm going to do this new style build. I haven't done one of these before, but instead of using standoffs in the middle, what I'm going to do is use these long screws. But actually, I've got a packet here, but I'm not going to use those ones because those already have bolts on them. Sorry, I already have nuts on them. So instead I'm just going to reach for these ones. Oh, dang. Oh, dang, they're not those ones. They're in another box. I'm sorry. 1 second, guys. I will be right there. Those are the ones. Those are the ones. Again, this is unreleased stuff. This is from mouse mat, so it's not going to have any bump-ons on the underneath. I'm doing a different style here. Those might actually be too big. Let's just take one quick look here. Same size. Not exactly sure how much these nuts can take, so I may have to double down. Get some different ones in the future. We'll see here, we'll see. Yeah, I do have to double down. Well, if I have to double down, then I might as well use the ones out of that package. Atari Zero's in the house. What's up, Atari Zero? Here's what I'm going to do. Pop this first one in. Atari Zero, you might be onto something there. I think you may just have cracked the code. Do I have a funny feeling. Oh, I just whacked the mic of my... No, same ones. Damn, I do have these. Where are the rest of them? Let's see if these would be right. Oh no, these aren't M3s. Damn. These are M2.5s. That was the whole thing with us. We had M2.5s and M3s for a long time, but we standardized everything to M3. Damn. Oh well. $39 viewers currently on. 39 likes, 41 viewers. If you haven't already smashed that like button, now's a great chance to do it. Push us over. Yeah, if you guys want to see what Atari Zero is up to, look just over my left ear. Yeah, that ear. Look at that ear. See that thing back there? It's one of Atari Zero's paintings that he made for 1UP Keyboards, which we proudly display on our wall. Getting closer, getting closer. Let's check if it's that one. It's not that one, it's the one next to it. Don't forget, guys, there's now a Discord channel associated with this and 1upkeyboards. Go over to Mange HD's link to check that out. Join the Discord. Join the keep the conversation going well after the stream finishes today. Yeah, look at these. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting these bulleted tips on these. These are nylon ends. So these are all going to be bullet bumps. Take a look at this. I think I'm going to need some smaller screws to really take advantage of those bullet bumps there. Looking a little tall with this. Oh, sorry, this cable fell in front here. Yeah, a little tall indeed. Not just that, my desk, it reminds you how wobbly my desk is. Alrighty. Look at this thing coming together. Oh yeah. Accidentally left my soldering iron on. It's getting pretty warm over there. Disco Frog, I don't actually know. I can't verify the authenticity of what is on somebody else's store. I genuinely have no idea. Can you guys see this? Man. I'll do that in a minute. So we've been streaming now for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's pretty good. Looks like we're just about going to hit the 3-hour mark in order to complete this keyboard. Thanks, Atari. Steph says, I don't know what for. I'm not following the chat at all. I'm sweating here. It's getting hot in New York. I'm wearing a black t-shirt and the sun is coming around. The door is open. Never bought Mechanisk Leander. Good. Yeah, if you're in Europe, I recommend you use him. If you're in North America, we definitely work with Mechanisk to feature a lot of his most popular products. So. Is it, Steph? Steph says it's nice outside, but it's sweltering hot where I am. No, I don't know when his site will be back. He was online earlier. I thought maybe he was going to be around to tell us, but he seems to have disappeared. Yeah, we're currently looking at a partnership with Crytalks. Nothing is in place yet, but we're working on it. Look at this. Look at this thing.
I'm looking at it over there. Look at the air on for you.
Well, not if the door's open. Don't be crazy.
Yeah, so I can close the door and I'll just stay outside.
Oh, man. How does this look? These keycaps are a bitch. You gotta pull each one of them. Atari Zero with the big super chat. Thanks, man. Let's just jump over to super chat. Hold on 1 second. Jumping over to super chat. Atari writes, thanks for keeping me entertained this whole weekend. I hope you get to see my stream of the Gone Nerd TKL next weekend. Awesome, man. Yeah, looking forward to it. Sounds good. Thanks very much for that super chat. That's awesome. Again, all the super chats on this channel are going towards more equipment for the channel. What's that?
Did I just make more noise when I'm inside?
Of course, I'm going with the flip space bar. Don't be crazy. Getting real close now, guys. Real close. Can you turn the air on? Okay, I'm going to close the door for 1 minute. I'm just going to use this. So there you have the 1UP TKL Super Stealth Edition. Black on black on black on black. Let's give it a little typing test, shall we? Enjoy PBT black on black with... What's that?
Gray on black.
Gray on black? No, it's black on gray.
Black on gray. Either way, not black on black.
Let's try it again. Enjoy PBT black on gray. Cherry MX black switches with black stabilizers on black carbon fiber with the middle piece with black AL legs and the gamer mat standoffs. Though I am going to replace those with some smaller screws in the very near future. That is what you get right there. Are those silent blacks? No, they are not silent blacks. These are regular blacks. They're just blacks. Sweet as you like. That's pretty cool, actually. Batman's Keeb. Love it. So that's the 2 hour 41 minute mark. Don't forget there was the 10-minute preview. So that's a 2 hour 30-minute build. That's the Cherry MX Black with Enjoy PBT Black on Gray with the 1UP TKL kit in carbon fiber black with the middle piece and the keyboard mat edition. It's pretty sweet. $39 watching with 43 likes. Thank you to everybody who smashed that like button today. Cool beans. Cool beans. And then somebody just said, completely unrelated, but what are the clicky switches in the Skeletor build that I saw earlier? Those are Gatastotles. Let me just pull that over. These are Gatastotles, and this is what a clicky switch sounds like. Just to give you a contrast with the blacks. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. All right, well, thank you very much to everybody who tuned in this week. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. Of course, go check out the Discord channel where the chat will continue. But there's still some time left. If you guys have any questions, Max Usi says, "Excuse Pete, will the Zeal stabs work with these? What's your opinion on those?" If JB is still in the house, JB has a quick answer for you on that. That the Zeal stabs have problems with the wires popping out, but I have never used them, so I can't say for myself. Is 1UP in the process of stocking silent black or red switches? I defecate. Yes, we are currently working on that, but we're currently working on it. We have not yet placed our order. Yeah, we are working heavily on getting that done. Hopefully this week, actually. Hopefully this week. Cool. This looks like a pretty hot board. The only thing I noticed is there's a little fingerprint I put on it. Just right around here. I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit. All right. The other thing I wanted to do is look in this box to see if I had any other sizes of those screws. I don't think I do, but it's just worth taking a quick look. Ski with Pete, will there ever be a high pro case for the JD40? No kidding, working on it. We're working with Leander Mechanisk in order to try to bring one of those to life. So don't count it out. There's a very real possibility indeed. No, I just don't have any screws that are gonna fit that right now, which is a shame. Well, thank you again to everybody who tuned in today. Currently at 41 viewers. Steph, your phone and everything is still outside. Do you want to?
We're back there.
Okay. Yeah, you just thought you'd come in and watch the concluding part of this.
Yeah, make noise.
Next build I'm going to do is actually with one of these carbon fiber 60%. One of these right here. As you can see. That's what's up next.
Are you doing that?
I don't know. When should I do that? For those of you who are new to the stream, don't forget to join this week's giveaway. Here, I'm just going to show off this week's giveaway. This week's giveaway looks like this. This week's giveaway includes this Varmillo switch tester from mechanicalkeyboards.com. There's a keycap puller, 2 keycap pullers. And there's also the switch opener, so you can customize your switches, tune them to your liking. There's a sticker from 1upkeyboards.com. And there's also this switch puller from 1upkeyboards.com. Plus, there's this awesome brass plate, universal. It's not actually a universal. It's called Pro ANSI. You can see here it's only for ANSI, this one. But if you live in a different part of the world, we do have ISO versions that we can hook you up with. Thank you to everybody who tuned in this week. Go use your subscription to join this giveaway in the About section below, or the video description section, where you can click on the gleam.io link. And then join the Discord app, where you can join this week's conversation. Thanks again to everybody who tuned in. Go ahead, join that giveaway now on the gleam.io link. I will catch you guys later. Go check out that Discord link so you can join the chat and keep chatting afterwards. Putting this up, you guys can hang around here for a little while if you want to do it. I'm going to leave it running for another couple of minutes. Thanks again to everybody for tuning in this week. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. We're at 45 likes. It would be great if we could hit 50. Thank you again to everybody who joined. Thank you to my mods. You guys are awesome. Thank you to my super chatters. Atari Zero for throwing in for that camera. Do definitely appreciate it. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you guys again back soon. I think maybe later on tonight, if I get the chance, I might do a couple more of those switches that I had to file down. Thanks again. You guys take care.